All right, you guys. Here's what we're doing today. It's spring, hence I'm outside on my balcony. And my hat's funny. Makes my head look crooked. That's okay. It's a beautiful day. And there is no better day than today to get set up for open water fishing. I have a lot to do. We're gonna go to Joe's. Joe has everything. As in Joe's Sporting Goods. Joe's has the line that I need, gear that I need, just your general fishing store. We went to Fleet Farm and we got a special surprise that one of my students, not naming names, told me that I should get. I have a lot to do and a lot to explain on how I get ready. So I figured it'd be fun to make a video on how to get ready for open water fishing after ice fishing. I don't know if that's what we're gonna title it, but I'm gonna put the words right there and it's gonna be really funny. This is gonna be chaos, organized chaos though. I have a lot to do. I have a lot of rods and reels that I need to set up. So I'll teach you how to do some of that. You can drop comments if you have any other questions that you want me to make, like a reel of or something like that. So let's get started, because I got a lot to do. All right, big part of getting ready for spring season / open water season in general is I gotta clean my reels. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really bad at cleaning my reels. This is this is the first reel that I got. I got it a couple of years ago. Listen to this, just listen when I reel it. You hear that? It's not a good noise. It should make a noise much more like this. Okay, that's not a good example at all, because that also needs to be cleaned. Basically, all of these need to be cleaned. We're gonna do that today. In order to do that, we've got two very important tools. We've got our precision oil and our precision grease. That was backwards. There it is, precision grease. We're gonna oil and grease up these joints. So I'll teach you how to do that in order to get ready for open water fishing, and it's gonna be a good time. So I've got my grease. I've also got two very tiny screwdrivers. One is a flathead, one's Phillips. And then I've got my reels. Let's do this. Basically, anywhere you see a joint or a socket on the reel, you are going to put oil there. And then we'll use the grease more on the inside for the gears. So for example, right here, I'm gonna put some oil where this thing spins. Probably right here in this joint. I'm gonna eventually take the handle off and we're gonna put some oil in there. Up in here, like right where this thing spins, I'm gonna take this off. We're gonna put oil inside. In this guy, there needs to be some oil in there for sure. We're gonna do that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reels. Got a lot to do. Put some oil right in this joint. Okay, now we're gonna take the top off. You gotta just unscrew your drag. Now, I'm unscrewing this top part. This is where your drag is. It's gonna be also really important to reset your drag. So when I don't have line on here right now, but when I do put line back on there, I'm definitely gonna need to make sure that's tightened. But once you take the whole cap off, you can take the whole spool off. Then there's a couple gears under here. We're just gonna, so watch this, when I spin it, this should go up and down. Yeah. So this, it's called a worm gear because it kind of looks like a worm because it's straight. I'm going to make sure it's at its highest point right about there. And then I'm going to put some oil all up in there. spin it a few times. Make sure it gets all around. Again. That should be good right there. Alrighty, getting a little better. I'm also gonna put some underneath here because there's this big crevice right here where you can kind of see right where the spool turns on all the gears. Because mine's been making a lot of noise, so we're gonna just put some oil in there too, because I know there's definitely some dirt in there. It's probably gonna help a lot. Now we're gonna take the whole handle off. In order to do that, there's a screw here. What's great about most handles is, let's say you like to reel with your left hand, you can, and maybe the reel's on this side, you can just unscrew this and you can actually flip these two around. So the screw will go in on either side. So you can flip your, like if you want to reel with your right hand. My wife likes to reel with her right hand, Kayla. So when I set up her reels, I just flipped the screw and the handle on either side. And then this just slides right out, more or less. Then we're just gonna take some oil, we're gonna put it right in here. Same thing on the other side. And I'm also gonna take the handle, and I'm just gonna slip some oil right in there. There we go. That's gonna be a lot smoother. Okay. So now, those are some basic places you can put some oil. There's some other places that are inside this part, like the actual gears, where you're gonna put grease. So if you don't feel comfortable taking apart your whole reel because you're afraid you're gonna break it, that's totally okay, don't do that. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. This is my bait caster. But I'm gonna put this in really fast speed so that you don't have to sit through that. Ready, set, go. Okay, y'all. Kayla's gonna help us spool these baddies up.
Let's do it.
We've got 6-pound neon green, yellow-ish for panfish. We've got 50-pound braid for my bait caster so I can catch big pike. We've got 8-pound monofilament for both me and Kayla's walleye rods. And more 8-pound for walleye rods. And I've got 10-pound mono over there somewhere for bass and whatnot. And check this out. So this is that special surprise I was talking about earlier. One of my students told me that I need to try to catch the biggest fish I possibly can over spring break. And so I bought a muskie rod. And it's really pretty. It's a bait caster reel. It's an Abu Garcia Ambassador reel. Very cheap. Muskie rods can be like
crazy.
$350 with the rod and reel. I wasn't trying to spend that because I don't know a ton about muskie fishing, other than I want to catch one. So I got the cheapest, most budget-friendly, but also like functional combo that I possibly could. Abu Garcia Ambassador reel, and then we got the Shimano Sojourn heavy rod. It's 8 feet long. You can't even see the end of it over there. And then shout out Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm sales for spring. Oh my gosh. They've got buckets like up to your waist that are like this big, like the size of my science tables in my classroom, full of lures that are on sale, like 50% off. And muskie lures are crazy expensive. So this was probably like a $20 lure that was 50% off for about 10 bucks or something like that.
Good math.
Thank you. I don't teach that. It's kind of like a giant MEP spinner, and it's really pretty. I also got this. They can see it. It's gonna be funny.
I also got this bulldog. This is called a bulldog. Freaking mondo of a lure that was also 50% off. So that's a special surprise. I'm not going to try to catch a muskie over spring break because I was not interested in getting that yet because I have more news that I was focused on. I'll tell you later. Anyway, but yeah, so this is well on the way. Muskies are on the way, and I will answer that question soon about catching biggest fish that I possibly can. And drop a comment with any other questions that you want me to answer on the channel, because that's kind of the whole point of this. That was a disgusting noise. Okay, we're gonna get started spooling, and we'll teach you how to do it. All right, so Kayla's gonna start with her. This is her walleye rod. This is my pan fishing rod. There's a kind of a specific way that you're supposed to put line onto your spool without getting a ton of tangles. We don't want tangles, that's really annoying. So, here, I'll just use Kayla to get started. There's this piece of tape that comes with it. Don't lose this piece of tape.
It's helpful.
This piece of tape is very helpful because when you put the line back, you tape it back on, and then it doesn't get all over the place. Big organizational tip. First thing you gotta do is we're gonna just tie a normal knot onto your spool. So, here's your spool.
Open the bail.
Open the bail, just like so. And then you're gonna take your spool. There should be a label on one side, and the other side should just kind of look like this. You're gonna flip it upside down. Flip it upside down, and we're gonna be taking off the line as it's upside down, because that's gonna just...
So the label down.
Yeah, label down. Because that's just gonna help it come off the spool easier, and it won't be as tangled. Take your line, just put it right around the bail. Tie a nice little knot, just like you're tying a shoelace or something. I usually do a double.
Do you need scissors?
Yeah, thank you. Always snip your tag ends. You need to pull it pretty tight, not too tight. You don't want to break your line, obviously. But if you don't keep it tight, it won't catch on the bail, and then you won't be able to actually spool anything. Great, I'm gonna cut our tag end.
Like super close?
Yeah, pretty close. Not like, yeah, that's right. Great. Okay, and then it's easy as this. You just close your bail, take your line, hold it up like this, and just start reeling. And if you've got a bail that goes up and down like this, you should be good. You just don't want it to get loose right here, because then it's not going to be tight going onto the bail, and when you cast, you're going to get tangles and bird's nests, and it's going to be disgusting. So Kayla's going to start doing that. I'm going to do the same thing again for this smaller rod, if I can find where it's...
Oh boy.
Oh, see, Kayla already screwed it up.
I did not.
Okay. You also don't want to overfill your bail. So you want to use most of the space, but you don't obviously want to fill it so much that it's like spilling off the ends. That's not good. Oh, also some bails, or some spools of line, they come with a big slit right here so that you can actually just stick your line back there when you're done. That's also helpful to organize your stuff. If it doesn't have that, it's nice to have the other stuff. Take my label, put it facing down.
How are you doing? More stuff?
Yeah, keep going. Alright, so then I'm going to open my bail on this one. Tie it around. A little double knot action. Snip your tag end. Beautiful. Close the bail. Ah. There we go. Hold it up like this. Don't gotta hold it too tight, but then just, oop, got cut there.
And I'm gonna cut my line and run it through to actually string it up. So just run it through all the holes.
Some people just put their line in first through the holes. It doesn't really matter.
That's normally what I
You do your thing. Then after that, you can tie your lure on, whatever you want. And you're good to go. Oh, set your drag. So when I'm done with this, what I'm gonna do, this thing right here, this top twisty thing, that's called your drag. If you get a really big fish on, you don't want the drag to be completely tightened. If it's completely tightened, it's going to pull on the line as hard as it possibly can and snap your line. So you got to loosen it just a little bit. I like mine. Mine's really tight right now. So anyway, you should be able to pull decently hard, and there should be line that comes out without snapping your line. And then you'll keep on big fishies. We're gonna do a fun little time lapse of Kayla and I spooling 4 more rods because that'll be fun. So,
Stay tuned.
ready, set, go. For my bait caster buddies, I like spider wire. Spider wire is pretty nice. It's like not the most expensive stuff in the world, but it's also still pretty nice. Kayla, will you do the honors?
The old pen technique.
Yeah, this is a good technique. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different. You need to actually take the line. Keep your stickers. Okay, so bait casters, you need to go through this eyelet right here. If you don't go through that eyelet, it's not going to drag your line back and forth and spread it evenly, and you're going to really be kicking yourself. So first thing you're going to do is get it through the eyelet, and that might take a little finagling. So I'm going to bring it over here, stick that right down through. There we go. Yeah, great. Okay, so it's through my eyelet. Now, what I like to do, my bait caster has a lot of holes right there. So I like to just tie a knot around a couple of those holes, tie it together, double knot it, and then I can just go from there, and we should be good. So I'm just gonna stick it through one of the holes and out a different hole. Okay, so I got it in. I didn't tie a knot, which is fine, because you should never get to a point with any rod or reel where you've got like no line on. If you've got no line on, you know what you should do? Put more line on so that you can catch fish and cast. That's the beauty of just adding line. Now we're just gonna do the same thing. Let's go through my eyelet here, then I pull it tight, and I reel. And I've already double checked to make sure my drag is tight enough on this, I think. That should be good. All right, and there we go. Speed run, ready, go. And that's that. Great, that's bait casters. Yo!
Oh,
No, we're good.
got it.
It's got everything spooled up.
Sick. What is this?
Dude, this. Yeah, what's up with Kermit in the back there?
Got this old trailer.
There, it's a whole. Does it really? She's too much of a sissy.
You'll have to like put lures on these and stuff, but
Yeah. Yeah, just in case.
You go to Walmart so many times, like, I need.
they're like $20.
I know. I'm
And
going to Isle Royale this summer.
You're gonna
That'll
do
be
it?
perfect for Isle Royale.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
That's fact. Sierra Trading Co. That's the play.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm you, Josh. You use gloves when you go like this. I feel like I
You know, I was going to.
I brought some. It's not that bad.
No, it's really not. Thanks.
I'd be cold.
I brought some. I'm gonna put them in my pocket, but probably not.
Oh no, I'm stuck on a zipper. How did that
Zach
work?
probably wanna wear it.
Yeah, Zach's gonna show up in the.
Oh, Zach's coming.
Yeah.
Nice. I
He
don't
just
know he's
texted
coming.
me randomly. And he's like,
They were all wondering. They're like, "Is Zach gonna show?" I'm like, "I don't know.
I was
I
in-
don't know nothing."
I was with Abby finishing up bachelorette planning stuff,
Yeah.
and
Oh, I like Caesar. Oh wait, I do because that's your. mushrooms, minnows? What are you doing?
Oh, minnows.
Okay, I will show.
I was just hoping to grab some minnows.
What do you need?
Fatheads. Say what's up, Logan.
What's up, Logan?
I knew you would say that.
You told me to. You getting here, Zach?
Yeah, there's a guy freaking tailing me, and it's like 20 miles an hour. I'm going 35. Well, people are just idiots. Like, there was just a cop there. There's people all around.
Oh, there you are.
Oh,
See us?
oh, there I am.
Goodbye.
Say what's up, Zach.
What's up, Zach?
Ah, there it is. My barber's getting messed with right now, and I'm upset about it.
And I brought my fishing pole and I was catching these like big shiner minnows on a bobber and tiny little
Oh, what? Big minnows?
we didn't know if there were fish in the little pool. And I was just catching these like big, like they're like sunny side, but for minnows.
Sunny side up.
And Rachel thought it was like one of those things. So I was pulling these things up.
No way. Nothing? Did you see my bobber there?
I was watching it, yeah.
That was wild. This minnow better be about to die.
I think it was right in the spot. And it just dropped. I don't know.
Right, get out there. Hit her. Dude, I've caught like 2 or 3 here. Exactly what I'm doing right now. You could catch anything on it. It's so fun. That's why I like this spot. Hey, Logan. Hey, Logan. Line like got caught on that little. Can you just walk it this way? Yeah, this is my telescopic one. I just want to grab the line.
Well, you see, Josh, it's like disc golf. If you want to get an ace, you got to throw about 1,000 shots, and then you got to get lucky. Even so,
Even so.
fishing is like disc golf. You got to take a lot of casts if you want to catch a lot of fish.
So what you're saying is, you can't catch fish if you're not fishing.
Amen.
Yeah. We didn't catch any fish, but that's because we only went for like an hour and a half, and then we were like, oh, it's actually like only 32 degrees down here and windy. And that's okay. We didn't lose any lures. No, that's a lie. I did. I lost a jig. But
Oh,
you can't lose jigs if you're not fishing, and the important part is we went fishing. So we'll be back to that spot, and or at least I will. Logan probably will. Maybe at some point.
not for a while.
Not for a while. Logan doesn't live very close to here. But I'll be back there. And so will Zach. I'll make Zach go again. And make him pay for parking. So that wraps up our spring fishing. We'll go catch a big fish at some point next week when it's warmer. Get fishing.